So ladies, we'll start left to right. Say your name and tell us what you do for a living.
My name is Shawna Payne, and I'm an assistant for Gina Nash. That's about
Is
it.
this the assistant that you said anticipates your every move?
She's one of them.
Okay,
She has a couple.
Yeah, I have a couple.
okay, I got you.
I assist with certain
I got you.
things.
I got you. Okay,
I am Gina Nash. I am the owner of Nash Realty Group, Nash Real Estate Academy, the Concierge Call. Yeah, I'm Gina Nash. I'm a real estate agent here in Atlanta. I'm the owner of Nash Realty Group and Nash Real Estate Academy.
Nice, nice. So in building a career as a woman, what do you find to be some of your biggest obstacles?
Obstacles in reference to what?
Just building your business all together, because we live in a world where Black people, we have a tendency to have to work 4 times as hard as others at times. But you're also a woman, and for whatever reason, this disparity has gone on for years. So when you're out there, you're one of the top real estate agents.
Okay, I got it. Well, just to say that at this point in my life, in my career, I don't have a lot of obstacles. I've overcame those obstacles years ago. So my platform is now taking what I know and sharing it with others to allow other people to grow and build from that. So
Black, white, Asian, Chinese, African.
no particular, anyone who wants the knowledge can get the knowledge. But I don't think I wouldn't say I have any obstacles at this moment. I think I've weathered the storm a lot in the past, and I've learned a lot, and I've grown a lot. So at this point, I'm living life. I'm enjoying what I do. I'm enjoying the growth, and I'm sharing it to others.
What about building a man? How
Build
do
a
you feel about
man?
that?
Like build a bear, like
Right.
build a man.
Right.
Build a man.
I'm in our 40s. I don't think we want to build men.
No,
anymore.
because we built them and then they've gone on about their business. We made them better men, and then they've gone on to the trash. And
So
then
that's actually happening.
it happens. It happens a lot.
Yeah, I'm not in the business.
Is that like more than one time before we actually say no, we're not doing it anymore?
It depends on the woman, the person. It depends
I'm
on.
just asking personally from your perspective.
For me, it took a couple times, and I realized what was going on. But they were younger, so it kind of was
Right.
expected.
It was expected.
It was expected after a while. Once I realized it's a younger person and they got a different mindset.
So
I can agree
you're
with
saying
that.
you knew what you were getting into when you got
Afterwards,
into it?
after you do it once or twice, you're like, okay, I'm not building another motherfucker up. I'm sick of this shit. And then he goes
Right.
off and shows this bitch what I done gave him.
Right, right.
I mean, you
Simple
want to
as
keep
that.
it real. I mean,
So let me ask you this: like years later, after you built him, and maybe he's doing better, I don't know, and you see him again. I mean, what is that encounter like?
they
Is that-
always want you back.
Really?
After they've gone and saw what they had out there, and then they're like, dang, this was actually the woman. I've had men actually come to me in the last week, too, from back home. And they were like, I've been through the ringer, I'm tired of women, and you were the best lady I ever had. And I was like, shh,
That always seems to be the
I'm
case.
sorry.
They always come back.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
only speaking from a man's perspective, and I've seen it in people that I know, my boys and everything like
Right.
that. Once you had something that was so good, you take it for granted when it's there, and then you kind of go
You
full
realize
circle.
later,
Right?
And then you try to
come
fumble back and be like,
Right.
dang, I'm back. And I'm like, now I'm hot, you all on me.
Now,
Stop it.
Now, at the same token, now some women out there they ain't jack crap. You know what I mean?
A lot of them
They
not.
ain't- They're nothing,
There's something to
and they're
somebody.
users and they're
It's
abusers.
always
It happens
something
a
to
lot, but
somebody.
we get blamed for it. We get the bad guys
And I
that got
agree
ruined
with
by
that
the
also.
females
You
as
get the bad
trash.
rap for it, and then okay, now there's
Well,
baggage on this side of it.
that's a two-sided monster, because we can say that on the flip side as well.
It probably could happen, but we're
It-
talking about us, right?
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Sorry, Gina.
So this is my part?
Yeah.
You got this, girl.
No, I'm
This
just
is you.
saying this is we're having
Oh, we got
this is-
this.
we're good.
Let me
this is
ask
about.
the question. As far as, because you've dated younger before, right? I've dated younger as well before. What during those time in that moment, what did you? Why did you? Why when you met that person that was younger, did you ever have a feeling or thought that, like, is this someone that I can grow with, or did you think like what made you?
I didn't
date
ask them
someone?
their age and didn't care.
Was the sex good? Is that what it was?
It was no sex at first.
Okay.
So you just accepted the person for
Before
who they were.
like, you know what I'm saying? When I didn't have a type, because I got married at 17.
Yeah.
I had my first kid at 14. All my kids are by the same man.
Okay.
And he was a dog the entire time we were together. So I just stuck it out because I had these kids and we had to take care of these kids and make sure they was good.
Right.
And I stuck it out, but he dogged me the whole time we was together. He slept with my friend, he slept with her mother, he slept with
Holy crap.
random people,
Wow.
and
But
it was a
he young?
lot.
Was he young?
No, he was
Youngster?
21, I was 14.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Because I think with me, like I only dated someone younger once, and with me, I think he ruined it for all the other people
He was
because
abusive, controlling.
well, he was controlling. He was controlling that
Are we
led
talking about
to.
yours or we
No,
talking
we're talking about
yours?
me.
Okay.
We're talking about me. It was controlling that led to abuse, but I felt like damn, I had another child. Like in the beginning, it was fun, right?
Yeah, it's not fun.
It was
no more.
fun.
When they
And
laying around playing video games
Yeah,
and
and
eating
it
the
was
cereal up
fun.
and all that.
It was fun, but then it just turned to something else. And I had made a vow to myself, like, look, I will never date someone younger again.
Right.
But then I meet someone that was completely opposite, that was younger,
Old soul.
completely opposite. But I was like, dang, do I want to get into this? Because I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, he's younger.
Not again.
Not
Yeah.
again.
But what about the older man though? Because I see a lot of
Hold up.
we go to this spot called.
Hold on, one second.
Oh, let me finish. No, I'm talking.
Hold on. You cut me off all the time. You cut me off all the time.
Go ahead,
Okay,
sir.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask, what was that face?
My face.
Yeah, the face of.
Who's the question?
What about an older man and your face went?
They set in their ways. They're aggressive. They want to explore shit that they ain't supposed to be exploring. They all in shit trying to figure out what's going on and all. It's too much. Yeah, they want you to look all fly, but they body all loose. Your stomach big, you want to hit it from the back because your stomach too big and it's hanging over the back. No!
So let's go back.
Don't ask me no questions if you don't want the answer.
So when you say older man, what do you mean? Like when you say older, what do you mean?
Can I go? I can go now.
Your turn.
Okay, no. When I said that, and your point is legit, but I'm just saying, like an older man. Like I was gonna say, we go to this spot called Brownstone sometime,
I
right?
heard
Yeah.
that.
And it's a lot. You ever heard of it?
I have. I've been
There's a-
invited there. They never showed up.
There's a lot of older.
And I just talked about it like 2 days ago
We should
because
go.
Tia, no, loose. Did you hear what I said? The men are loose. That means that their skin, when you touch it, it doesn't.
Oh my God, no,
Is
that's
brownstone?
It-
no,
it-
that's
He's talking about. She's
No,
talking about older.
elasticity.
She's talking about older men.
The elasticity
She's
is
talking
gone.
about. But what she's talking about is older men.
talking about the older guy.
It's a lot of older guys
There's a
there,
lot of
right?
older guys
Now-
in there. And
Old pimps.
Gina pulled. She brought up one. Hold on. But she brought up. What when you say older? What do you mean by older?
Yes.
Yeah.
Without
Clarify that.
I'm getting to that if you let me finish.
When you were talking about the club.
Right, you went to the club. But go ahead.
So,
Well, so if you let me finish, we're
Okay.
gonna
Go
get to it. We're gonna get to it. Okay, what I'm saying is the older gentlemen and everything. I'm not talking about excessively where their skin is loose and everything like that. Okay, because I'm 49, right?
You're not older. You're our age.
Huh?
come here, let me feel your skin.
I don't know how.
Yeah, we're in the same age bracket as you.
Okay, so I'm just saying. Maybe
So
maybe
being over
55.
40 and maybe he's in 60s.
Okay.
Or
Maybe
50, over
maybe he's
50.
upper 50s or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know you guys' age, so I'm just saying it's like if it's someone like that, okay, maybe they've had some things
Bad
go on in their life,
experiences.
right? They had experiences in their life and everything, and now they're looking for something, a little bit more because they've been through the divorce. They've had their life experiences as far as travel and everything.
But it goes back to what she said. Sometimes when they get to be that, a lot older and been through things and all of that, they get set in their ways and they're not open for change. And when that's a really hard situation if you meet someone that's not, that is just, this is how it
They
is.
don't compromise. It's just, what they say is what goes.
And this is consistent between your two experiences.
Well,
That was my experience.
yeah, I haven't dated
You don't date older.
older. I think 50 is like my cutoff. And again, it's
Can I ask you how
because
old you are?
yeah, I'm 47.
And how old?
I'm 48.
Okay.
And it's because of the fact that, like she said, they're stuck in their ways.
Has nothing to do with loose skin.
That was me.
Well,
That's
turn
off.
Well, I mean,
We got nothing
yeah,
skin going on right there. You don't need your skin loose. If I'm already loose,
but
we
it's
don't
just-
need no more loose, y'all.
No, it's just the person. Like I've met some older gentlemen that, very athletic, go, motorcycle ride, gyms, work out faithfully, and all of that. But again, majority of the time, the reason is why is because they are in this box. Like they're talking to with me. It's a little different because like I can't date someone. It's hard for me to date someone that works a regular 9-to-5 job.
Okay.
That's hard because
Okay.
I like to go. I'm a very spontaneous woman. I will call you on Tuesday and say, look, we're jumping on the flight on Wednesday. And sometimes when you have that guy that he go to work, he's been working at General Motors for 38 years, he's about to get that watch, he's just.
But if it's an entrepreneur and he's involved in his business to a high degree and everything, he may not have that flexibility as well.
But the guy for me is that over 40-year-old guy that has been through it all and at that great place where it's time to retire and have fun and
so you
enjoy
want
our life.
that
So
part of the
that's
stage.
my guy.
Okay.
Now I'm not saying I don't give other people a chance, but it
They have no
always
chance,
doesn't.
'cause you don't-
Well, no, it just don't work.
You just told us they
Because
don't-
it always goes back to they say I understand what I understand you work all the time. I understand until it happens, and then they don't understand no more. And now and
That's
it's
a
too
true
much. That's my issue.
The beginning is okay, everything's
Everything,
great.
yeah, everything's go. Oh, yeah, I understand you work all night. Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go when you ready to go until it's time to go.
Right.
And that's been my thing. But it's a man out there for me. He can find me at Gina Sells GA.
A lot of times at that level of the game, when you're older and you're out there and everything, to me, from a lot of the experiences and just seeing how some of the people in our circle move and what's been happening, and then social media, looking at like some of the stories that happen out there and everything, it's either one or two ways. It's either I know what I want, bam, and I meet somebody I know what they want, and we're good, or it's very difficult because of what you said, because you set in your ways, and you find a hard time reaching that.
And here's the thing: if both people are not traveling the same direction, they're never going to get to the same place. So if he's going east and I'm going west, we're never going to meet. and so the thing of a lot of times people or women I know, especially here in Atlanta, sometimes we feel we have to settle, especially when we get older. We think.
Right. And
we getting older,
that's
man.
part of it.
And the men be rushing. They be
Right.
like, okay, I'm getting older. It's no.
So what's your thoughts on how do you approach the fact of if you meet a man, do you tell him up front, I'm only looking for a long-term relationship, or do you allow the thing to
happen?
Well, she may have her different opinion than me. Me, it's like I don't want to wait. I've done it. I've been engaged a lot of times.
Oh. You can't just skip over it.
You can't skip
I've been
it.
engaged a lot of times.
What's a lot?
6.
Damn.
So wait a minute. So wait, hold on.
rings.
You're accepting the engagement, but then
Well,
not
the thing, okay,
going through
If
it.
you're
thing-
engaged, you accept it. Now, that's-
Yeah, but okay, a couple times, like the last time I accepted because he did it in front of my family and my friends, and I didn't want to say embarrassed and just say no, even though I knew this is not the person that I could see myself spending
And why say
the
yes?
rest of my because I didn't want to embarrass him.
I hear you, but
But I gave the ring back. I gave him a couple rings. I gave back because
So
I felt that you would have needed a. One of them I married the dude.
Well, yeah, so that's
One I married. The second guy, which was my divorce attorney, I probably would have still.
I love this story.
I love this story. You know, if I had married him, if we wasn't traveling different directions, I think if I would have married him, I would have still been married to that man. I mean, we're the best of friends. It's just we both were going a different direction, and we didn't want to end up in divorce. He had never been married. I had been married. I went through a divorce, and we just didn't want to end up there. So the best thing was what we chose to do. But my last one, like I said, it was just, it wasn't what I wanted. So with me, I know what I want. I know what I desire. When I meet the right guy, I can tell if this is somebody I can see myself with. It don't take me 3 months, 6 months. I'm very big with conversation. I ask a lot of questions, and I can just tell pretty quickly. Now, I might have missed out on some great guys because some stuff, but that's how I go. And I'm going in looking at that.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of car would you prefer a man drive?
A
CAR.
A car?
Yes.
A car? Whichever car he
He's
chooses
comfortable
to
with
drive.
that. Whatever car he's
So if
comfortable with.
I had a 1967 Pinto,
We gonna ride, baby. That's an antique.
That's-
That's money.
That's an antique. We about to still
Plus,
get money.
that's more money than you spend on this big house that I want. No, just
Exactly.
so you're riding the Pinto.
I'm riding whatever. The car don't make me. I make the car, baby.
So we talking men. What's your 3 must-haves?
My
Must
best.
have.
3 must-haves.
He must not have young children. He must have his shit together. So know where he is, where he's going, all that. And he must be a God-fearing man. Like he must be able to lead. I want to follow somebody.
Is there any country that's off limits?
Country?
Yes.
As far as what, dating a man?
Sometimes
I don't know where she
I
got
need
that
to
go
be
from.
able to understand. Like, I don't want to say, what you say?
Right, you want to understand them.
Yeah.
The language barrier with
I do. This is my own personal. I mean, I don't
discriminate.
date the men of, like the Jamaican deep culture, the Jamaican African.
What is it? Is that because
Hold
of
on.
the
You
dominance type level
you
of
let
it,
her
or
ask
is
the
that
question.
more?
She not finished that. Y'all
Oh,
gonna
go
get to
ahead.
Well,
me.
that's right. What do they call that? Yeah, that culture. I'm sorry. Say it again.
No, he said you
No,
know.
go ahead.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Good.
I thought you were done.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, is it because of
The dominance.
the dominance portion of that? Because you.
I think it was. I think that was considered. I'm gonna say it was the stereotype that they.
You
people
heard
would
it, you
say.
never really experienced it.
Right. I heard it.
Okay.
So I built it, but my experience just has been like I can't keep not understanding you.
Right.
Like I gotta be able to have a conversation, and if I can't understand because of the deep accent, sometimes that could get frustrating.
One of the guys I used to work with, he's from it's not Nigeria. Where is Lagos at? It's in Africa, but where?
Yeah.
But,
Is it
anyway.
Ghana?
No, not Ghana.
And I'm
is that the
not a-
capital of Ghana?
I met a
No,
really
no,
nice
Ghana's on the
guy
coast. This is on the other side.
that had
But
an
no,
accent.
But no, he was telling me, he was saying, yeah, man, the woman act up, where I come from, in my country, he said, we'll take them back home. We just, if we're back home, we can just beat them. And that's legit. It's legitimate to do that. You just beat them.
They got the wrong American.
And like I said,
I
You got
was
the
like,
wrong
you
American.
he was like, yeah, it's fine. It's
you
fine.
definitely
That's
hear
how
your
it is.
stereotypes. It's just with me,
So
it's a big communication block for me. Because like I said, I like to conversate, and if I gotta ask you 500 times, what did you say, huh? It ain't gonna work out. I just can't.
what if he sells oil for a living?
I don't care
He's
if you
just
got
ain't
an oil
about that.
field.
balling out of control.
I
It
don't
ain't
care if
even
you got
about
an
that.
oil field in the backyard.
It's not about the money.
I got my own money.
After the money gone, shit,
My
I ain't got my own, but once
my
that's
baby
after the
daddy was
money
in the
gone, you
NBA.
still miserable.
I got my own.
No.
So I don't care if he have an oil field in the backyard.
In Beverly Hills.
That's I don't go in for one. I do, he has to be able to provide.
Right. Well,
I ain't splitting open when we move in. I ain't paying nothing, guys. You hear me? I'm not paying anything. Your job is to build the house, and my job is to take care of it.
well,
I am not paying any bills.
The only reason I say that is a lot of times women look for like security. They look for security.
I look for a leader.
means
A lot of women do,
and all
but
that. And it
we not
seems to be
there.
an online thing. You'll see some of them out there, and I've seen it a lot,
Me too.
where they'll be out there and they're very stereotypical as far as, oh, that's a nice car.
But that's also a big debt.
It is, unless
Yeah.
it depends on. I mean,
What type of business you're
it just
in.
depends. It
Yeah,
just
it
depends.
depends.
Well, let me say
Some
this.
people just pay for their stuff. You know, they don't have any debt, so
Right.
Well,
it doesn't.
Most of the time, if he's driving a very big, expensive car that's a 2018 or better, he has a bill. I don't care what he tell you. He got a bill.
You say no.
He has a bill.
I mean, you
Now,
got ball players, you got.
and you know what? And first of all, first of all, let's back that up.
Okay.
No, they
They
don't.
have bills too.
No, they don't.
Don't be
Because that's
fooled.
not a good investment to take all your cash and buy a $350,000 car. So to answer that question, no, they don't. Don't let it fool you that they walk in there on the TV with the bag of money because they ain't gave them $350,000 for that car because they're gonna switch up out that car too quickly.
They probably
So
leased
they're
it
not
anyway.
right because they're not gonna pay that kind of money to get up out that car in a year to get the newer version. So no. But I watch one of the people that I admire is my mom. My mom was a registered nurse. She did her thing. My dad wanted to start his own business. My mom supported his decision to start his own business. My dad had children. My mom, she had kids. She decided to stop working, stay home, raise her kids, so that her kids had a meal when they went off to school, when they got out of school, and when it was time for dinner, my dad had a meal when he got home. My dad did whatever he wanted to do. My mom shopped. She did whatever she wanted to do. When my dad got sick, my mom knew how to figure out what she needed to do, that we did not skip a beat. I would have never known that my dad, no income was coming in that house because my mom did what she had to do. And so with me, I look for a guy that is a provider, just like my dad was. And if shit hit the fan, he knows Gina got it. Because my dad didn't worry not one time about anything because he knew my mother had it. And that's...
Your mom was named Gina as well?
No, I said Gina.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's to me
Gina,
what I look.
What
I talk about myself in third party.
I got you.
So with
Third person.
So with me, that's the guy that I'm looking for. That he knows I'm going here to do what I got to do. I'm gonna provide for us. But if shit ever went down, we still good. We ain't got to worry about them putting us outside. We ain't got to worry about the lights being.
Got your back.
He ain't got to worry about nothing. So that's my dude.
Must haves.
3 months.
Sorry. Okay, lie. Sorry.
I want a guy that's honest. I want a guy that's respectful, and I want a guy that adores me. Because that way I'm not gonna have to worry about the money. Because he gonna make it because he already know what he got at home. So that's kind of where I'm at.
You don't seem to need a whole lot in order to be happy. You seem to be.
It seems that way. It really seems that way. I guess because I've gone through so much in my life, I can't stress anything. I smile all the time. Ask her.
And I think also
All the time. I don't let nothing get me down. I can have the worst day ever. She would never know it.
But do you think those 3 things that you just gave, that's loyal, the adore, and what was the other one? Respect. Do you think that those were 3 big important things to you because your
of my
past
past.
relationship
Definitely
did
that.
not provide
Definitely that. That's why.
I'm just saying, to look at you, from not talking to you,
Right.
seeing you on the street, or just look at you and everything, a person would think you were
Got
very
it
high.
together.
Well,
High
no,
maintenance, you said.
no, very high maintenance. You seem like
Men
you're
do
very,
say that.
Yeah, you
I'm
seem
not.
to be very high
I'm
maintenance.
not.
You seem to be upper echelon, maybe snooty in a certain
Everybody
aspect.
thinks that.
And-
Don't that?
Yeah.
Everybody
I'm
I
just
meet
saying.
thinks
I'm just
that.
saying.
And they meet me and they be like, she cool as shit.
We've talked to you.
I didn't get
We've
that.
talked to you.
What? Not because you talk to me.
Because I talk.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
people that
saying.
meet
I'm
me,
just
they look at
saying.
me just what he's saying. That's what
No,
they say
I'm
about
just saying.
me.
I can talk to you, but I can
Just from the
I can
first.
also say, hey, if I had not talked to you, I can say, hey, this is what someone probably would think
Yeah,
of
they
you
would.
and everything. I can do. You can
They
do that.
do.
I can put these
And
outside
she just want
of
the
that.
3 little simple.
Right, and you only want
simple
these
thing.
3 little simple things and everything that are not.
I was dogged, man. I was dogged to the dirt. So it's just like I've had the money. I've had the money. I've had the cars. I had 7 vehicles inside of 3 years. Like I was blessed with money and all that. And then God took everything from me. I felt real soft though. He took it all. And then I sat back and I watched and I said, he wanted me to see that I was a bad bitch. I ain't need none of that. I ain't need no fancy car. I ain't need the fancy clothes. I ain't need the $10,000 diamonds. I ain't need the Rolex. I needed nothing. He made me see who I was 3 years ago. He made me see who I was without nothing, but butt naked. I saw who I was, and nobody can change it.
So
I know who I am now, and no one can put me down ever.
So prior to that, your mentality and the way you thought about things was different.
It was different.
But actually, after you crossed that boundary and everything, you became enlightened.
I knew who I was.
So now,
no one can stop me.
So now I'm talking to that person.
I'm just talking to that person. I've come a long way.
And is this a person that's here to stay, or is this a person here for the moment?
Because, it has to be here to stay because my past is gone. I can't change it.
The only reason I say it like that is because, yeah, you've heard the church people backslide.
Mm-hmm, they do.
Right, and everything. So is this here to stay?
I don't know what I'm leaving though. I mean, you're asking me is it here to stay? What is it that's here?
I think she has grown through what she's went through.
Right.
That's it.
And now that she's grown, all the materialistic things, all the things that we thought as women that we think
the fancy
that
cars,
we need,
all that
make us whole, she's saying that I've been there, done that. It was taken away, and I had to find who I was. I had to go back and identify me, and now that's who she's found. And then the thing that make her happy, that she just want one little simple thing, and those three little simple things being the foundation for her for the growth of the bigger buildings.
So what I'm hearing is it's just wisdom.
Yeah.
In the utmost
and sometimes we have to go through
that pure form right now because I've seen so much.
Mm-hmm. As people, I think we have to go through that. We go through. We have to get sometimes knocked on our ass for us to realize.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that was up here pre-corona and they were looking crazy right now, like because they didn't think.
Right.
Yeah, we all grow through what we go through.
Right.
And I think her journey and my journey in relationships have been a little bit different because she had her children young, she was married, she went through all of that. My situation was a little different. I mean, I had my kid young, we were close to the same age,
right?
But my son's father was different. We're best of friends.
Best friends
yeah,
too.
We're best friends. We never had issues because we were young. And then we had family, we had the family go off and do everything in the world that you're destined and supposed to do, and then come back and raise your child. And I was blessed to have that to allow me to go through some things. But I never had really, really bad relationships. I had relationships that just didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't work because of infidelity or anything like that. It's just, I think I just had a lot of growing to do. I had to learn how to love someone because I've never been in love and I'm 47 years old.
Really?
Yeah, I've never, because if I felt that if I had been in love with someone, it would be someone that I was like, fight for it, or damn, I can't live without this person. I got to do everything I can, and I've never been through that.
I heard something the other day. I forgot who stated when I first heard it. They were like, from the man's side of it, we see like a whole lot of women going through all these dating issues and everything. They can't find someone that's too hard. But at the same time, you have a lot of men coming at you all the time.
But here's the
deal. Let me finish this before you say that. You have a lot coming at you all the time and everything. You're having to like weave, and try.
Okay.
So the statement that they said, the statement that they said is to make it easier on you. You should like the person that likes you, or that's really interested and likes you, and you see that they really care for you because you have so many options. That's the person that you should focus on instead of trying to pick.
But you might not like him like he like you.
No.
You might be feeling you like you feeling me. A lot of men like us, we don't like them though.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So we're not gonna focus on somebody that likes us. We gotta know who we like.
First of all, we have to know who we are, and sometimes we in the Black culture do not believe in therapy. However, I go therapy regularly, and ain't nothing wrong because I had to learn how to fix Gina because Gina wanted a great man. An amazing man. How am I going to identify that great And he may not be great for her, but he's great for me.
Absolutely.
But how do I recognize that? And the only way that I can recognize it is I have to work on me and make me great. Because once I realize and understand what greatness look like, then I can identify it here.
Right.
But we have to work on ourselves and understand what we need to make us happy. And just like she came up with her 3 things, that's what she needed. And it took her to go through therapy and go through what she had to go through to understand that. And sometimes we as women, we don't know. Sometimes we think we want the dude with the nice car and a bunch of money. Sometimes we want
But they're
the
arrogant,
regular dude over
nasty,
here because we gotta,
See,
we
but
have,
that's to the point what I was just saying.
but you said we having these options. You don't have,
You just gave options.
no, I didn't
because
give
you
options by
mentioned-
guys. I said we got to work within us so that we can identify the right option.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
What led you to therapy? You said
Because my relationships were ending the same way. So I no longer can fault the person because, okay, you got one, okay, we get after that. The second reason, the same way. After 3 times, it ain't them.
You're the common denominator.
Right, because I can say this. None of my relationship lasts a year or 2, I was over it. So it was something within me. And I had to find out what that was.
is that something you can share? That
Well,
you found
what
out,
I found is that I got uninterested. I got bored because I did not keep what I did to get him is what I wasn't doing to keep him. So if I was having all this fun and we traveling and we doing things, we're learning, we're growing together in the beginning, and then life happens, and then you start getting complacent, or you just start, what you did in the beginning ain't what you're doing in the end. So then you get bored because all that happiness and that fun and that excitement is no longer there. And that was what was happening. Because every one of my relationships ended around the same time, 2 years. 2 years in, I was like, ooh, this ain't gonna work out. And it was on me. So I had to realize, what do I need to do?
So you become disinterested.
I got bored. I was like, ugh.
Did you have a spiel that became like did you have like a regular thing that you would say at the end of the 2 years?
No, I think a lot of times he knew that the guy would know because I was uninterested in things that we want to do. Like I didn't want to go out. I gotta go. I just lost interest, and I think a man ain't crazy. He can tell.
So does the reverse ever happen where he makes the decision? Hey, I'm not trying to.
I'm not
It's
gonna
always
do it.
on
I've
you.
never had that happen. It was always me saying, I think, instead of keep wasting each other time, this ain't gonna work out. You go your way, I go mine. Every one of my relationships left on good terms.
You're a rough customer.
No, that was me. Like again, it was on me. It was a lot of things I had to find out.
You should admit it.
Because
She does admit
my
it.
thing
That's
is,
what I'm saying.
like, I had to say, I would not
You admit
date.
it.
I used to not. I had a type. I had only dated guys that was over 6 feet tall, light skinned, bald head with no kids.
Me, I ain't even care. You can be fat, skinny, tall.
That
You just gotta wash your ass and make sure you.
Wow.
Hold on.
that was my type.
I mean,
And you're serious.
I am. I mean, because I didn't have a type. If you with somebody at 14 years old, you don't have a type. You're still playing with doll babies.
Yeah.
Because you didn't get a chance.
I didn't date.
Yeah.
I never dated.
I think
He was my first, and that was the end of it for 15
Right.
years.
Yeah.
So
What was it like going from that long term to now? Okay, I'm out here again. What was that like? Because you were young. You
I was
basically
very,
a baby.
very, very young.
So
Are you even dating right now? You're not. You don't.
She's
sound
enjoying
like
life.
Am I dating?
Yeah, that sounds like you just
But
sound
not
like
really.
I'm
I'm
good.
just
You're
around.
good, right?
But after marriage, going through all of that, what was it like for you to get back to dating?
Well, first of all, we only got married because he went to prison, and when he came home from the feds, they told him if he wasn't married to me, he couldn't live with me and the kids.
Okay.
So when he came home, I ended up going to prison. So he was home with the kids, and I was in prison for a year.
White collar, blue collar crime. What was it?
It was stupid as hell. Very, very
Bank fraud?
stupid.
What was it?
No fraud, no nothing. I was with my crackhead cousin. My ex-husband was a drug dealer.
Oh, they threw an 8-ball in the back seat.
No 8 balls. It wasn't the store. He was stealing out the store. I picked up what I wanted. He got caught stealing, and I knocked the bag out of his hand, and they locked both of us up.
That's not right.
They locked both of us up.
That's
I got
petty. That's
5
petty,
years.
though.
He got 6 months.
That's so petty. See, these
He got
these
6
laws are
months
so jacked up.
rehab. Right? Oh Lord.
6 months of rehab.
You should have
Uh-huh,
never
'cause he
got. You
was a
should have never got
crackhead.
that.
Wow.
And I had just given birth to a baby.
Yeah, you should have never got that.
They gave
These
me
laws
5
are-
years.
These laws are
What
jacked
state
up.
was that?
Yeah,
Virginia?
it was in Virginia, but I had gotten in trouble many, many years before that. Like when I turned 18, the first year when I first turned 18, I got in trouble in December. I turned 18 in July, and I went to got in trouble in December. So at 18, the odds was against me. I had 3 felonies in one day.
One day?
Stealing 3 different counties. So they charged me with 3 different
Right.
counties. They gave
So
me
you had to go
3
through all the
different.
systems.
I had to
each
go-
one and get sentenced.
So it looked like in 96, this happened in 1987, 88. In 96, when I was with the cousin, and he did that because, and it was a misdemeanor that time, but when the 3 felonies came up 20 years later, 10 years later, they gave me a felony for a misdemeanor because it was 3 strikes.
Right,
So it looked like I got in trouble 3 separate times, although it was on one day. They gave me 3 different court dates.
right.
So when the judge looked at it, he said, all you do is get in trouble. Oh, you got in trouble this, you got, I said, no, and I'm trying to explain. I didn't get in trouble all those times. It was just one time on one day, he didn't want to hear it. So I was a spoiled brat, and I needed to go ahead, and they gave me 5 years.
They put it up.
They locked me up. And within a month of being
Yeah,
locked
our
up,
criminal
the
justice
officer
was
tries to
jacked
rape
up.
me.
You should have never got that. That
Really?
should have never worked.
Officer Eric Houchin.
But that goes back to money.
So,
And being able
hold
to get
on,
the correct offense and all of that.
But
type
we're
of stuff.
talking.
But we on something else. You gonna go back.
No, I wasn't gonna ask you about
Read
that.
the book.
No, what I wanted to get to was back to that part of like getting reacclimated to dating because you had started so young. You
Right.
didn't have a chance to figure out who you
I
were.
never really
to-
dated.
Do you,
until
but do
now.
you, but do you think like after your marriage and when you did start dating, were you dating the same type of guy that you're?
It wasn't because my
Different?
husband, he looked like me. He was cute. He was fly. And I never
You
wanted no
wanted
fly
opposite.
guy. I wanted me the ugliest, blackest nigga now.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna make him look good. I don't need you. You know, you're in the bathroom. You gotta wash your ass coming from work. You gotta go wash it because you done shitted on your lunch break. That's the no.
So you
Like he was
you
so
were
pretty.
hood under the hood.
I wasn't even hood because my family ain't like that. I just have been around
Yeah.
so much different stuff and seen so many things. I mean, I'm well-rounded when it comes to street stuff. I know a lot of things. I peep things, I observe things. I watch every woman I come around. I watch them and I have to learn how to come at them. Because women don't like me very much. Because I'm too damn cute. And I know it.
Period.
And it's confidence is not being conceited. It's not no conceitedness at all. It's no conceitedness. And everybody don't like being around people that's happy all the time, even when they fucked up. I'm still happy.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
I'm still happy. Y'all can't
Right.
tell me nothing. They can take everything from me and I done seen it happen. I'm still smiling like, all right, Lord, I see. I see what you did. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to work this.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I see it.
But yeah, but that was my thing is I just had a
People
type.
People are envious and jealous.
There's so I have I've lost probably 10 friends in the last 2 years because they see me, but I see them too. I see them. I'm not letting nobody belittle me. Nobody's gonna make me beneath them. I could be the brokest one in the room. You would never know it.
Right.
You would never know.
Right.
Nice.
Wow.
Period.
Okay.
Like that's kids say now. Period.
Did you have any more? Because I know you gotta go, so I wanted like,
but yeah,
this is great.
and y'all can
Great.
y'all can go free fall. You can say whatever you want.
And I really thank you for being so
Y'all got what you
transparent about all of this and everything, and Eugene as well. Just thank you for being so transparent about it and everything, because I mean, a lot of times people just try to play these games and it's all this fake
But it's
stuff.
not
just
necessarily.
sometimes
It's
you just don't the rule of it is before you try to judge someone you don't know their story.
Don't know
Because
it.
we all have a story.
Absolutely.
And
And I love that she builds other women up because women don't do it, especially me. She took to me like real quick and I didn't even talk when I came around her. I said nothing. None of those women knew my story. You know, I didn't care that they didn't know my story. They were so focused on themselves. And in Virginia and Charlottesville, where I'm from, everybody ain't all that pretty.
You from Charlottesville?
Yeah, but to
Yeah,
come
like
here
a
to Atlanta
racist.
and be around so many beautiful women, and I stand tall right with them.
yeah.
When they called me to come with them and to do that first thing we did, I was like, dang, I was so scared. I was so nervous. I'm like, boom, boom. But when I got there, I was just like, whatever. Y'all
And
kids,
then,
I'm
and then
cute
she was
too.
the cutest one on camera. she took our shine.
It didn't even try. Like, no, I didn't. And we had a great time. But it's just like we had stars and everything on our show, and everybody was like, "Yeah,
That's-
you a bad bitch."
That's a good balance, though. That's a good balance. as far as what I'm seeing.
We're all
The two of us,
Yeah.
because we can learn from
One
each
thing I
other.
It's a
can
very
say,
good
We
balance.
learn from each other.
Yes.
I know
I've been
I
on
can
the road she hasn't been
depend.
down there.
Yeah,
She's been on the road I've been
Right.
down.
Yeah, I love her to death. I know I can depend on her. I can tell her anything I talk. She gives me the raw shit. If I don't want to hear it, I still hear it.
Yeah.
She does, and I know that it's coming from a good place.
I've buried
Yeah.
friends physically, mentally, and financially. So I know I'm a good friend. I
Yeah.
know I am. And I'm a nurturer. So I'm going to make sure, people sit back and watch us and be like, why are you always running around for Gina? I don't know. That's just what I do. Because if you was right here, I'd be running around for you too. I mean, this is what she's
Right.
doing. So I'm going to run around with her right now.
Right.
If you got some running around to do, let's run.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't hate on what we got going on. Be happy that two black women can get along with no drama.
And back to the jealousy.
She don't
thing.
hate on me. I don't hate on her because we both got our own sex appeal in our own little ways.
All right, now,
Back to the jealousy thing. When we air this, right? People are gonna see that she bought you with her.
Damn, I'm
To
right.
this. They're gonna be like, it's
They don't think they brought me. She brought me on. I ain't saying nothing.
Whatever the dynamic
So
is.
silly.
It's gonna be like, because we experienced that before with some people that we interviewed on this platform right
Right.
here and everything. They were like, well, how did you
Even me.
get to come and why didn't you bring me? So I mean, I don't know what your group looks
No,
like. You would be amazed.
Well,
already
not
amazed.
yeah.
I know I am.
We've deleted
People
people
or
from the
something.
circle, but
They'll
our
be like,
circle
why
is not
weren't
that
we?
big.
They'll be like, why weren't we invited to do that?
well,
Because reality is reality, and when you realize when people show you who they are, believe them.
believe.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Believe them.
Yeah.
Believe.
she would as a friend, she is one of the only ones that I really call my friend. Now other people I know,
That's a
I
big
know
difference.
Right.
and when I go, she comes too.
And I ain't trying to push myself in. When you can't just be, you can't be like, okay, that girl over there, I want to be her friend. No, honey. A friend is a bond. A friend is somebody that you meet and things kind of connect. You can't be like, oh, she a bad bitch. I want her as my friend. No,
And some
it
women,
don't work like
women
that.
do click like that.
They do, but
They
I'm
want
not
to click
one of them.
on to the hottest thing right now. What's going right now?
Well, the truth is, friendships last a hell of a lot longer than relationships and marriages.
A lot of times, that's why I like to be
So,
friends with guys.
Right. So,
I think all our friends do.
Mm.
We got no girlfriend. We got a girlfriend. We got a
Because I don't feel like competition. I don't feel like people want to be in competition. I just want everybody, you all right in your space. I'm who I am in my space. Y'all good in y'all space, and everybody rock together.
Right.
Period. We ain't got to be hating and envying.
And I will say, my circle of friends, we're all good.
Confident in
We're very
ourselves.
good. We all got
yeah.
our own thing going. We all work with each other. When we have a project, we all support each other.
And I pray.
And
all
you
right,
know,
absolutely.
the circle, our circle.
How many in your circle?
I'm gonna say about 7 or 8
Yeah.
at the most because
And you know what?
That's a pretty good
Statistically,
number.
that's
when we was trying to get
But
your
it's a
thing
nice
together,
size.
when you passed the bar, we was trying to get it together. They was like, call Gina's friends, and I was like,
Mm-mm.
who the fuck is Gina's friends? I'm all she got.
Shit. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
most of our friends are guys. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. I want on the last note. This show is called Real Women Prefer. Give me one thing from each of you that real women prefer. Gina, you go.
Real women prefer to be happy.
Next.
Real women deserve. You said deserve or
No,
prefer?
prefer. Real women prefer.
Great sex.
And that gives you happiness.
That's a wrap. You heard it.
Shawna?
You heard
Hey,
it.
listen.
Shawna made the show.
I'm going to tell you guys, we did this a few times. This won't make it, but I mean, all of what you said was
You
but
good.
You guys, this is what we kind of envisioned when we did this.
Oh,
We've
really?
had some people do it before, and they were pretty good, but you guys were extremely transparent and really, that's what real women
Open,
do.
laid back.
Yeah, that's what real women do.
That's confidence. That's confidence in everything you're doing. So.
Yeah. So
And I can't lie, because I've been a forgot in 2 seconds.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, to me, if you lived it,
Yeah.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
that becomes
I didn't try that
I
one.
know.
part of who you are. So if you don't have to talk about everything, but a part of who you are, that's
It
who you
is.
are. No
It
matter
is
how
what
you
it
look at
is.
it, that's who you are. So when you're telling your story, it's just
You gotta look at where you are now and not
Yeah.
worry about where you were. So
Mhm.
that's why it's a learning experience for everybody.
So
People that hear it, they're gonna learn. Like, damn,
And
she
that's
really
what
went
this-
through that and she stayed with that man.
and that's what it's all about.
She the fool.
For people to
Okay.
be able to see real
I don't
women.
call it fool. I call it
No.
a learning experience.
It is.
Oh, but the
No,
truth
no,
is,
you
she
have to
said
learn.
because women will say that, or men
She's
will
a
say that
fool.
about somebody.
Yeah, but those are the ones that ain't in. Until
Ain't
you
been
walk
in
a mile in my
yeah.
shoes, you can't judge them.
They can call me what they want.
Them
I
the
learned.
same women, they got the same shit going on in their own
Yeah.
damn house. They just,
I heard a quote the other day. It says, how did it go? From failure, you gain experience, and then from experience,
gain knowledge.
you gain knowledge, and then from the knowledge,
Wisdom.
wisdom or success from that. I wrote it on my Facebook page, but the quote was similar to that.
Something to that matter.
One of my favorite quotes is love that chicken from Popeyes. Now we go.
Well, my favorite quote
Am I?
is, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
You're in the wrong
That's
room.
right.
Wrong
You're not
damn
gonna
room.
learn nothing. I learned that from you.
That's very true. That's
Yeah,
very
so-
true.
But you heard my favorite saying. When people show you who they are, believe it.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, and it takes people a while to figure that out because we've had friends that we've been friends with for years, and one of our friends that he used to tell me about all the time, and he's like, "Yo, that dude right there, nah."
And sometimes you can't tell people. You have to let people learn. For
You got, I
themselves.
do. That's what I do a lot
Because
of
they
times.
may be good for you.
Mhm.
And
And-
sometimes you just
They're good for you until they're not.
right.
Unfortunately.
But I can't tell her, girl, she ain't but
Right.
I have to let her experience that
herself.
for herself.
Well, to his credit, he wasn't telling me dude won't shit. He was basically saying
He
that,
said it.
that nigga. No, he didn't. He said
Something
that,
weird
Oh,
about
he said
him.
it.
no. He said that nigga. He said that nigga jealous of you.
He's
And
a
I wouldn't
hater.
believe it.
And he saw it.
But some people can see it.
It
How do you
was-
see it?
was-
I'll see it.
was-
Oh,
it was
yeah.
obvious.
I know. I
But
would see it.
me being in the situation, I
Yeah,
couldn't
you
see
do.
that.
Yeah, he on the
Call it.
outside. I will
Call it.
one.
She calls it.
I've gotten very
But my
good
thing,
over
I
the
be like,
years
girl,
of,
I'll be-
seeing who I can just like look
She
at
don't
somebody
pay
and
attention
tell
to stuff around her,
exactly
and
who
when
they
I'm
are and
with
what they're
her,
gonna do.
I
and
see
how they're gonna
everything.
do.
I guess the part of it
Very
that I
good
couldn't
at
see,
explaining.
we talking
Me too.
about,
So
again,
you too.
I've known them
Very
the
good.
same amount of time. So it's a 20-year, been friends for 20 years, and the stuff that we were doing, I guess you don't see it because we hanging out.
Right.
We not,
Bullshit is
distant.
bullshit.
That's right.
I'm
just saying,
I mean, it's just what it is.
But the other thing is when you move in circles and you start to elevate yourself to different places, that's
You can't take everybody with you.
Everybody can't
That's when you
My
gotta
thing
see.
is similar to you. A lot of times when you get taken advantage of or you get shitted on enough time and everything, other shit you just can identify exactly how.
But
all
I
this
still,
stuff
but you know what? I still give people an
Benefit of
opportunity
doubt.
and chance. I'll be like, I'm not gonna dog them because what happened to me.
No, I'm
But
not
then I
saying-
see
I'm
the
not
same
saying
thing
that.
happen, and I'll be like,
Damn.
But you can
Look.
see it though. It's
Yeah,
almost
move your
like
ass before I
The
go.
spirit, a good spirit says,
I
I'm
can
gonna
feel
give
it.
you an opportunity.
I can feel
Like
it.
maybe you changed, maybe you trying to do something better. But
Well, them guys in Charlottesville can stay right where they are, honey. Like I said, yeah, I'm hot, y'all.
And sometimes you just grow,
Yeah, you're hot.
you just grow out of friends. Like I have friends that, I called them friends back then because we were in the same place at the time. But the people, some of the women that I rode the street, hung out with, and all of that, I don't do it no more. We're in we're
We
not even
are.
the same world. Like they literally live their life vicariously through me, and they tell me all the time because they
No,
just
I
now
feel- I
getting
feel the same
married,
way.
they
Yeah.
just now having kids, and
it's like a lot of times like my interest level of things that I'm interested in
it's
right
completely
now, it's like
different.
totally different
Right.
from what my people. I may talk to them now and then or whatnot.
I just check
but
on them, girl. I just checked
We
on
can't
them.
we can't really hang because
Right.
your interests are not the
Yeah.
same as my
Nowhere
interests.
near it.
You're so far
I
away
can
from
Yeah.
hang out with you for a
So-
day or two, but it ain't gonna be no long term thing. Like when I go home to Clayton, I go home and I hang out with my people. That's the country. I love the country.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. We
it's
cooking out,
food,
playing
it's
some
dr- right,
spades,
it's food, drinks,
taste salad,
cards.
collard greens,
It's a good time. But
turkey wings.
I can't do that for life. That's you go home.
Yeah, because
and do this.
sometimes when you go back, you see the people doing the same thing they did when you
And
left.
yeah, it's not cool.
Like one of my uncles is used to be a globetrotter. The dude traveled the world 4
That's
times.
funny.
So it's like he's the countryest dude you ever going to meet.
Mhm.
He loves that.
But he's
that life.
fun.
Right, but he's been everywhere. So for him,
Time to
I'm
sit down
good.
now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Right.
You know, I want to cook for. He loved to cook.
Oh,
So
yeah.
every Sunday, my uncle's gonna cook food.
I like that, Uncle.
Oh, you would love mom. That dude, he gonna cook food. He gonna have liquor.
Yeah.
He gonna send you home about 10:30.
Full as hell.
10:30.
10:30.
About
You can have
10:30.
good
He gonna
daddy
make me stay a
time.
couple little bit longer. He gonna let me stay long.
No, he gonna send your ass home at 10:30.
No, he ain't.
At 10:30.
You and Auntie, me and Auntie gonna be still
He
chilling.
gave you 2 extra
Me and
minutes.
Auntie gonna be still chilling.
He gave you 2 extra minutes.
Okay.